Happy day, happy day, happy day. Oh my goodness. I pray everyone is having an amazing day. But today I wanted to come on and talk about take control, right? Taking control of the things that you can control and not allow media and all these things to get you in the tizzy that you miss out on opportunities because you're making a emotional decision instead of financial mathematical decision. So first thing I want to talk about, right, is the importance of taking control. And so if this is your first time on my channel, welcome. If you are returning back, welcome back to Paradise. On my channel, I share things as relates to marriage and money, motherhood and money, and everything else in between. In between. Everything else in between. Let me get some water here. So I wanted to share a couple of things because it's one thing when I talk about generating another stream of income, but if you don't know what to do with the income that you currently have, right? If you get additional income, then you're going to continue the same methods. But when you want to put yourself of creating financial freedom and understanding how money works, despite all the hoop and the how that's happening, all the tariffs and all of this, you have to be in the mindset, okay, what do I need to do to generate more income? And what do I do with the income the additional income that I do get? And so first thing is a mindset shift. The mindset first we're going to talk about is taking control. Now, taking control is a couple of things I want to share with you of ways you can take control, right? No one can control it but you, right? Of course, the ultimate is Almighty God, but no one can control certain things but you. So the first thing is paying yourself first, right? And paying yourself first does not mean to go shopping. Paying yourself first is meaning that what money that you take in, that you save and invest, right? You're doing what is called a, B, A, B, B, right? Always buying. Always buying. You love to shop? Always buy. You like, what am I buying? You're buying assets. You're always shopping. You're buying assets. And so what type of, now I'm not getting into what type of assets you need to buy or anything like that. No, I'm getting into the position of what do you do with what you have, right? So you pay yourself first, and you pay yourself by putting things automatically. The other thing you want to do is know your financial independence number. Now, listen, I know I hear this sometimes. They're like, well, I'm too old. I don't, my financial independence number is not going to help me because it's too late for me to save and invest. And I'm saying it is not, right? There has to be some catch up, of course, but that's where you put yourself in the position of understanding the money game and know and identifying how to be able to make another stream of income, right? So your financial independence lets you know that when you are no longer want to work, how much money would you need to either maintain your current lifestyle, right? That your expenses are paid for and you can do what you want to do with who you want to do it and when you want to do it with. Or, right, when you get to the point of freedom, what is that, right? So what is your financial independence? How much money do you need? How much money do you need in order to maintain or improve your lifestyle? What is that number that each and every month you don't miss a beat, right? Your financial independence number, your fin number. That's what it's called. Also, you want to adjust your priorities. Sometimes when you're trying to get to a particular goal, you may have to step back a little bit, right? And adjust your priorities. It doesn't mean you're going to miss out on life. What it means is that you're putting your life in perspective, that you can't continue to design the life that you desire for you and your family. And that comes with the next thing, changing your thinking. If you think you can't, you won't. But if you think you can, you will definitely do so. You will definitely make an impact. You can definitely change your environment. You can definitely change your family's address. They can be in a different neighborhood. You can definitely change the way that you learn about money if you are putting yourself in the position and learning. You can definitely change, but you have to change your thinking. If you always have that thinking that stinking thinking that you will always be broke, that you becoming wealthy is only for a certain few, or wealthy people are mean, or all, then yes, you will maintain that. But if you believe in your heart that, listen, where I am right now is not where I'm going to be, then you will definitely experience freedom. But you have to adjust your thinking. I mean, this is also thing. I mean, this is so biblical, because God said, "So a man thinketh, so is he." So a man thinketh, so is he. So whatever you're thinking, if it's not a good thing, then of course you will stay that way. The other thing, you're going to adjust your lifestyle. Adjust your lifestyle. Put yourself in different environments that's going to help you to grow. The difference between people who have and don't is really exposure. What are you exposing yourself to? Are you only exposing yourself to just the formalities, or you're putting yourself sometimes in uncomfortable situations that you can grow so you can get to the next level? Adjusting your lifestyle. Then earning additional income. Yes, earning additional income. And I talk about this quite a bit and just share different ways. One of the ways I want to share with you, right, as well, is becoming a financial coach. Even if you don't have any financial experience, but you are willing to be coachable, and you're willing to learn the money game that you can teach others, and in the process you win. How awesome. Have a turnkey business, right? Turnkey business where you're not having to spend an arm and a leg to start a business, but you can start at where you are. Even during inflation time, even taxes are going up and all that time. Listen, people, don't matter, from the attorney to the teacher, from the garbage man, right, to the doctor, everyone needs some type of financial coaching, because I've come to realize in this industry that, you may see somebody, you think they're good, but when you get down in the nitty gritty, the looks are deceiving. Looks are deceiving, and it's okay. It is okay, because a lot of times, unfortunately, we don't get taught financial literacy. We get caught, right? We get caught working, grinding, and paying bills until we come to the realization this is it. And when you get exposed to something, and you're like, there's always another level. Always another level. So if that's something that you are interested in, definitely connect with me. And I'll put that link below as well on my Discovery Zoom, and see if this is something that you can be a good fit for. Or if you're just in the position of I need some coaching, right? Let's see if we're a good fit. Complimentary, it is 15 minutes to see if we're a good fit, because I don't want to waste your time or mine. Okay? Next is realign your assets. This is another thing when you talk about shopping. If you like shopping, it's such a wonderful thing when you can buy something that's going to give you growth. Buying more assets. Buying more assets. You want to go shopping, pay yourself, buy more assets, right? So you're aligning your assets, right? You're no longer just a consumer, but now you are an asset builder, where things are not by owning you, but now you owe things. Oh my gosh, that's a game changer for you. Let me tell you, that's a game changer. The next thing is avoid the credit trap. Avoid it. Now, let me say this. There is good and there is bad credit. Okay? Bad credit is anything that you're going to buy that's not going to help you to generate another stream of income. Good credit is that, okay, you're leveraging the money, right, that you can be able to acquire additional assets, which you are going to eventually use that assets to pay off the debt. That's good. That's good. That's good credit. Okay. Once again, it's a mind shift thing, right? Set goals and have a plan. Set goals and have a plan. Because one thing I realized is that you can't control the future of Social Security, or what I like to say is social insecurity, really. Your employer, if you have a 9 to 5, taxes, you can't control that whatsoever. Now, let me say this about taxes. You can't control how much you're paying if you have certain things in place. If you have a business, right, you can't control that. Even if you have a 9 to 5 and you have a business, you can control that. You can't control inflation, but you can control of how much money you make to keep up with inflation, and how you put yourself in the position of having money grow for you, right? You can control that. You can't control the rising costs, but you can control of making sure that you have savings, right, and investing going on, that money is working for you, because you cannot work 24 hours a day, right? One thing you can do, you can't control the risk of a single asset, but you can put yourself in the position of diversifying your assets, right? So what are some additional things you can control? You can control how you prepare yourself for retirement. And preparing yourself for retirement doesn't start when you're 50 or 45. It starts from the time, actually, parents, it actually starts from the time your child is born. And I didn't know this, but now that I know, I've put myself in the position to making sure that my children are good, that they will be great, because retirement is not an age, it is a number. I want you to remember, it is a number. So saving for retirement. So even if you're at a point and you're in your 50s and you're like, I'm not ready, you can still be ready. You just have to put yourself in the position of getting additional stream of income. But guess what? You have so many skill sets that you can monetize in these streets. The wealth of wisdom that you have, the time and experience. So don't negate that, right? Or the sources of income. When I talked about ways to reduce your liabilities, is maximize your saving, right? Of course, saving more, is diversify. These are ways that you can control, so you're not putting yourself in the situation of being bondage. I can't go anymore. This is all I can do. This is it. No, there is so much more that you can control. So you focus on the things that you can control, okay? You focus on the things that you can control. You do not put time and energy into things you cannot control. Never. Because you'll be wasting your time while you can be doing the things that's going to give you the value that you need, the resources that you need. And so how do you get to that point, right? Goal setting. I want to share just a couple of things with you. 4 things, okay? 5, actually. Number 1 is list your goals and make them big. Don't be scared, right? Why? Because God is bigger than what you think, right? This is the thing. He says, my thoughts are not your thoughts. My ways are not your ways. And we know that when God does things, it can totally blow our minds. Even if we say, well, God, this is impossible. How is this? But remember, nothing is impossible with God. So describe your goals in detail, whether they're big, small, current, and future. Number 2 is that I want you to get personal. Write down why you're motivated to achieve it. One of my motivations that I am so keen on more than ever for me is because of one thing, a couple of them. My father says, don't say you should have when you could have and you did it. And so one of my personal goals is to make sure that money doesn't run out with me, that my children don't have to start, and also that I can be the millionaire for my family, to change the trajectory of what we know when we used to. I mean, I have some money to create jobs, and not just jobs, but well-paying jobs for people. Yeah. Keeping my father's ministry and my parents' ministry going for years and decades to come, and to continue to make an impact in so many people's lives. Yeah. Number three is prioritize your list, right? Which are easier, more attainable, right? So you start with what you can do, and then you work your way. Number four is create a timeline, right? When it's not scheduled, it doesn't happen. When do you want this to be done? Okay, this will help you to stay focused and keep you on track. Even when there might be some delays, it's okay. Delay is not denial. But when you have those dates in there, right, it's going to help you to grind much more harder. You're like, I gotta get this done. And then number five is do the math. How much money do you need to be able to save and invest to accomplish those things that you need to accomplish? What is it? What is a number? What is a number? What is the number? How much money do you need to accomplish the goals and dreams that you desire? Because remember, it's not how much you make, it's how much you keep. But if you don't know what you're making, then you don't know how much you can keep, because it's just going out the window. That means that somebody else is in control instead of you. So you want to do this by averaging your annual income times the number of years you worked, equals the total amount you've earned, right? Your saving and investing, and then divide that. But this is what I need to do. First of all, you got to know what's coming in. Let's start with the basics, baby. Know what's coming in first and foremost. And then you're going to set up these three different accounts that's going to help you to keep more of your money. What are they? First one is to complete saving programs. This might having your emergency account, right? Because if something happens, are you able to take care of that emergency without borrowing? Okay. Short-term account, where you have a minimum 6 months of your income for purchases within a 3 to 5 year period, right? And then your wealth building account. Emergency, short-term, and wealth building account. These are the three accounts that you want to be able to start off with and work towards that. So first, if you don't have an emergency account, that's your first goal. Once you've gotten that emergency account, at least having $1,000 in there, 2,000, depending on if it's you and your spouse, right? So if a $400 emergency comes up, right, you have to get 2 tires. Are you going to have to go into debt? If the answer is to that, yes, then we need to have that money saved. If you're like, well, I used my credit and I paid off at the end, okay, because I want to get the points, okay, all right. You're showing that you're having a good relationship with money if you're disciplined that way. But if you're not, dear, let's get to that. One of my greatest joy as a financial coach is when I can work with a client, and my client, they're just like, I've never saved or invested in all my life. First of all, I don't even think I have enough. And I show them and break down a plan and say, this is where you're going to do it. This is how it's going to get done. And they're able to call and say, I can't believe I have this much in my account. How is this possible? I said, this is how it's possible. Because now you've shifted your mindset. You stop self-sabotaging and blocking your blessings and your potential. This is why you're able to accomplish it now. What? How awesome is that? How awesome is that? I get excited for that. That makes me excited. So, with that being said, my fabulous peeps, make sure you check out my links below. I can't wait to connect with you. And like I always say, thank you for liking, subscribing, and share. I really appreciate your support. It helps my channel and just getting the message out there that much more. And like I always say, remember to pray, plan, and believe, because God is still in the business of doing miracles. Make it a great day. Bye, fabulous.